Another such innocent victim is Robert Delany, a former postman and father of two. Robert was shot in the head by a gunman at his Dublin home. Robert survived the attack but has been left in a permanent vegetative state. I spoke to his father, Terry.
Robert had intervened in a row outside a pub. What can you tell me about what happened that night?
Well, in the summer of 2008, Robert had been out with some friends for a drink in a pub in Saggart, and he came across a situation where an individual was being assaulted, and Robert intervened. He struck one of the assailants, and he made his way from the scene fairly quickly after that. Some time elapsed and Robert began getting threatening phone calls because it turned out the individual whom he had assaulted was the son of a well-known criminal. In an effort to deal with the situation, Robert went and met the criminal and explained what had happened.
Look, lads, about the last day, I had a few jars of me and that. No, you know what I mean? I didn't mean anything.
He was led to believe that everything was okay, and he went home and he assured his partner that he had been to see these people and that there wasn't going to be any trouble. Then on the 22nd of October, early in the morning, the doorbell in Robert's apartment rang. He put his head out on the balcony to see what was going on, and a person down below blasted him with a shotgun. Unfortunately, as he fell back into the arms of his partner, and his young child would have seen him momentarily in a very difficult situation. The Gardaí tell us that the shotgun was of a type that was loaded with pellets and designed to cause the maximum damage, which clearly it did.
Robert, of course, wasn't killed in the shooting. What were his injuries?
He's significant damage to the brain and also his eyes. They took the full force of the pellets in his eyes, which means he's also blind. My view of these people is these guys would order a shooting as quickly as you'd order a pizza, and they have the same regard. They just don't care about human life. They live in a parallel universe to the rest of us.
What kind of impact has it had on you and the rest of your family, Terry?
Robert was he was a great guy, and it's very difficult, very difficult to come to terms with. Even now, after all these years, very hard.
To date, nobody has been convicted for the attack on Robert.